All right, so Ryan,
Yo.
there is a little rumor going around that you may be on a TV show.
So I'm excited.
Tell us what you can, and then I'm going to try and pry a little bit more out of you.
So,
Welcome, everyone, to Real Talk with My Homies. I'm your host, Jake Wardrip, licensed real estate agent with Homepage Realty in Louisville, Kentucky. Today, I'm joined by a good friend of mine and fellow realtor, RyanCecil. Ryan is a top producer at Homepage Realty again this year. Ryan's off to a roaring start in 2024. If you're listening at home and you bought a house in 2024, there's a good chance she was involved in that deal. She has done probably like 40 deals this year.
I don't know.
About. MLS has 34, but I know there's probably some off,
too, yeah.
there's some off market, but just saw on Wednesday you did over 10 million so far this year.
Yes. It's been a busy year.
You are a very, very top producing agent.
You're giving me too much credit here.
Ryan, what's up?
Hey, I'm so glad to be here. Again, this is my second time on the podcast.
Officially a recurring guest.
Yes, I love that.
She's officially a recurring guest. She missed her gift on the first round.
I did, so I demanded to be on here again.
Yes. So we were in for a treat at the very end. All right. So we're supposed to do like an opening monologue. That's supposed to be like how these things work, right?
Oh,
So here's a story about what's going on in my life. But that's apparently what you're supposed to do in these things. We decided, me and my guys, my buddies that I've grown up with, we're going to Austin and Vegas in November. We're going to go see the UK game in Texas. Watch the UK football game versus Texas. They'll probably get boat raced, but it's still going to be a fun environment. University of Texas. And then from there, we're going to fly over to Vegas for a couple days. We got 2 rooms at the Link, the hotel, for $9 a night.
What? How?
Apparently I gamble too much. So $9 a night. My question for you is, why don't more people go to Vegas then if it's only $9 a night?
I don't know. So I went to Vegas for my sister's 30th birthday party, or 30th birthday.
Yeah.
And we stayed at some fancy schmancy hotel where the shower was completely see-through on the inside, but it faced the whole room.
Yeah.
So when you're in the shower, you can see everybody in your hotel room.
Oh, that's weird.
But they can't see in. It was the most bizarre thing because my aunt, my sister, and her husband was there at the time, and it was just super weird. There was also as we were leaving, the shooting happened at that country concert.
Oh yeah, I know somebody that was there too.
So it was crazy. Like when we were leaving, we were at the airport, and it was just all these people flying home, and just it was sad. Anyways, ADD, sidetrack.
Yep.
But yeah, Vegas is crazy. It was fun though.
Yeah, we went during COVID, and that was really weird.
Oh, I bet.
Because we had some casinos that were super strict on masks. And then you had other casinos that were like, we don't even care. As long as you're gambling, you can do whatever you want. And then there was other places that were like, as long as you have a drink in your hand, you don't have to have your mask on. It's like, the drinks are free if you're gambling. So I guess it was just one way to make sure that we gambled.
Yeah.
But
went to my first dispensary in Vegas. That was a treat, let me tell you.
We went in 21, I think. 21 or 22, I can't remember. We went for like 5 days.
Oh my, that's way.
I'm not a huge drinker though, so like I'm
not either.
Yeah, I don't. I enjoy drinking, but I don't drink in large quantities.
Same.
So hangovers are pretty rare, if ever.
Same.
But yeah, the gambling though, I did enjoy that. We had a good time.
Nice.
Vegas wanted us back very quickly. All right. So today's podcast is brought to you by our favorite title company, Limestone.
I was about to say, better be Limestone.
Yes. Ryan, you know one of the most important parts about every real estate transaction? The title company.
Yeah, the title company.
Not only do they handle the title research, but they prepare the deed, handle any legal matters that arise, and help smooth out even the toughest of situations. As a Louisville realtor, I use Limestone Title and Escrow as much as possible, and they have never let me down. With 7 on-staff attorneys and a team of over 40 dedicated title experts, they've got you covered for all your Kentucky and Southern Indiana closings. Their costs are competitive, but their willingness to go above and beyond is priceless. I cannot recommend Limestone Title enough for all your real estate closings. Follow them on social media, Limestone Title Louisville. I won't tell them this, but I would read ads for them for free.
I do love them.
Because they're awesome.
They're the best.
So, all right. We're going to go into real estate phrases and what they really mean.
Okay.
So the first
Is this
one,
is this like rapid
yeah, we're having
fire?
fun. Yeah, we're having fun.
Okay.
We're going to have fun
Fine.
with it. All right. Cozy.
Small.
Small, very small, way
Yeah.
too small.
Yeah. Not necessarily. Depends on the person.
If you use the word cozy, it's way too small.
Yeah.
If it's small, you don't say it's small. You just hope that somebody doesn't notice it's small.
True.
Cozy means like that was the first thing I thought.
Yeah.
It's small. Good bones.
It's old.
Yep.
My
Old.
house has good bones and it's old and I love it though.
Old. Not talking about your house, but a lot of times they're ugly as sin.
Yeah.
But they've got good mechanicals,
Yes.
or it's
They're
an older
sturdy.
house that has never had any foundation issues, something like that. Motivated seller.
They need to get the hell up out the house.
Send me an offer.
Send me an offer.
Depending on the weather, we may accept it.
Let's negotiate.
Price to sell.
It's underpriced. There's probably gonna be a bidding
Yep.
war.
See, I went the opposite direction.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we don't know the value. We're confused. Our comps are all over the place. Send us something close, and we may
Yeah,
accept.
it could go either way, I guess.
Vintage.
Unique,
Yeah.
older,
Yep.
not updated.
Yep. Old. Smells like grandma's house.
Yeah.
Maybe has a room with furniture in it we can't sit on.
You're describing my grandparents' house.
That's every grandparent's house. They all had a room that you weren't allowed to go into.
Except for Christmas. We could go in the room. We can go in the formal living room at
true.
Christmas.
Only on the holidays.
Yeah.
A blank canvas.
It's probably gray.
Yep.
It was probably flipped.
Yep.
And yeah, you could just move in and do whatever you want with it.
We tried to flip it, or we ran out of money.
There you go.
Now we just want to get out. Lots of character.
It's interesting. It's probably older.
Yep.
Might have some quirky little things like a laundry chute
Yep.
or pencil sharpener.
Whole house fan. Yeah, whole house fan. Oh, pencil sharpeners are always.
Yes, I always take pictures of the pencil sharpeners. Like do you
Old
know what this
TVs.
is?
I went on one day. I had a show. One day I just ran the car wash of showings, and I had like 12 showings that day, and like back to back to back, all had old TVs, like old TVs. I was like, what is happening? I was like in an episode of The Twilight Zone. All right, lots of character for me is seller's a bit weird or intricate.
Yeah.
Tons of different colors in the bedrooms, and I bet it has some wallpaper with some birds on it.
Sometimes I love wallpaper though.
Yeah, but with birds like all over.
It's a bit on the vibe.
Honey, last one. Honey, stop the car.
That's the dumbest phrase ever. I would never use that.
Yep.
I don't even know what it means. What, it's got good curb appeal?
I just say my thoughts were I just need to sell a house. I'm on a dry spell. It's something to draw attention to.
Oh, and like the listing description. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, nobody
Please look at
better
this.
nobody better ever put that in the listing description.
Yep. All right. So Ryan,
Yo.
there is a little rumor going around that you may be on a TV show.
Yes, I'm excited.
Tell us what you can, and then I'm going to try and pry a little bit more out of you.
So, I am going to be on House Hunters. Me and my clients, we are currently looking for a home for them in the Louisville area.
And the real one, right? Not the Temu version. This is the real HGTV.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are going to be on HGTV House Hunters. So we are currently looking for a home for them.
Mm-hmm.
We are just trying to fit, I guess, both of my clients, they want very different things. So we're trying to find like the perfect balance of both of their wants and needs for their house. And I'm pretty sure we're going to find it, but it's taking a little bit of time.
Nice. So do we know when this will air?
No. So, I mean, we are still in the process of like looking for their home and everything like that. So, my guess, minimum maybe 6 months. They haven't really given us a
How did the clients find you?
Huh?
How did the clients
They found
find
me
you?
on Google.
Nice.
So, Google, and it was so funny. I was talking to my client the other day and just about how they found me. And he was like, well, we found you on Google. And he was like, then I went to your Facebook page. And he was like, you had so much educational content on your Facebook page. And he said, you were the first person I called.
Nice. And the last.
And the last.
All right. Now this question, how did HGTV find you?
The good old TikTok.
Did they?
They did. They found me on TikTok. Yeah. The casting director reached out to me and
So we had our favorite reality TV star on.
the other Ryan.
The other Ryan.
The other Ryan. Love her.
yes.
I'm her favorite TikTok realtor, by the way.
No. That's not. Jeff, cut that part out.
Shout out to Ryan.
They found her on Instagram.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So
Okay.
They found her on Instagram, so there is precedent of Ryan's being found in the DMs.
Hey.
Did you have skepticism that it was real?
I did. Yes.
How did they reassure you that it was real?
Oh, she called me like immediately when I responded to her email. She called me immediately and talked me.
I'm sure she gets that a lot. Like, this is unorthodox. I didn't apply to this.
Yeah.
What was the vetting process like? Because I'm sure they didn't just be like, we want Ryan and she's our girl. Like, I'm sure there was some sort of like, is she going to be okay on TV? Will she,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
not necessarily have the cleanest of vocabulary.
I know, that's the hard part.
HGTV is G-rated content.
I mean, it was fine. They interviewed me and just asked about like my different clients and things like that. And, I think based on what they already knew and my social media, so they kind of already knew me and my personality, which that's what I.
Yeah. We don't hold back on TikTok. So I think if they found you on TikTok, like, they knew what they were getting.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, there was
no bait and switch.
Dropping like F-bombs on the TV show or anything. Yeah. So.
Probably have to re-record that section.
Yes.
All right. So social media and exposure. You're obviously very, very successful due to social media as a whole, not just TikTok, but Facebook, Instagram, the whole YouTube as well. Are you getting new leads from Facebook? Are you getting new leads from social media? I mean, obviously the clients that we just talked about found you on Google, but are you converting clients from like Facebook friends that, maybe I went to high school with them?
Yeah, actually I am. Actually I had a listing appointment yesterday. My sister-in-law went to school with this client's daughters, and so they, I guess, had probably just seen me on social media and stuff from my sister-in-law, and they said, hey, Mom, why don't you reach out to her? And I went yesterday and picked up the listing, and so I'm super excited. It's South End. I think me being very present in the South End helps that as well. Yeah. So I've got a couple of new great South End listings that I have going on, and just being out there, being on social media, being in my community has really helped.
Yeah. So I do believe I get a lot of business from Facebook. I don't buy leads. It's a great source for me because it's kind of not invasive.
Yeah.
You can see what they're doing. Like, oh, we just had a kid. Perfect reason to send them a message and just kind of stay top of mind. So that, and I don't even mention housing. Like, they had a kid send them a message, hey, hope everything's going well. Hope mom and baby are good. All those things. Use the Ford technique. I don't know if you know what that is, but that's a very popular way of communicating with people. It means talk to them about family, occupation, recreation, and dreams.
So stuff you should do
exactly.
anyway.
But it's a cool little acronym though.
Yeah.
Like, know what to talk about if you ever need something to talk about. And honestly, I just genuinely care. Like, I want to know how my friends are doing.
Yeah.
So I use my Facebook private messenger, honestly, like a CRM kind of. I'm really bad at Sierra. I would freely admit I am bad at it. I am not. God, I probably haven't logged in 90 days.
Oh gosh, I was just in it this morning.
Yeah, I am not. I should be. I know I should be. I know it's impacting the total of my business, but I'm just not. So.
I need to go clean mine out. Like, I have a lot of like early on like online leads that I just need to like delete because.
Well, I wouldn't delete them. I mean, I'm not good at doing it, but I'm good at talking about it. I wouldn't delete them. I would just put them into like a quarterly or a semi-annually, just random email. You never know. Like,
true, you do never know.
They may have a friend that's looking for a house and be like, I get these random emails from Ryan all the time. Give her a call.
There's no kidding.
I've never given her business, but she's on it. She's still sending me stuff.
Persistent.
Exactly. So Zillow leads.
Yeah.
No, we talked, maybe a month or so ago. She stopped doing Zillow. Are you back?
I'm back a little bit.
All right, back a little bit.
I'm back a little bit. I'm kind of changing my strategy a little bit, especially kind of with the new things that are going on.
Yeah.
With the real estate laws. I did have a really good conversation with a Zillow lead yesterday. I explained to her the process that I need a buyer's agreement. I need at least a one-time showing agreement before showing her the house because it's a requirement. She was very receptive to it. I sent it to her. I'm like, just review it. If you have questions, let me know. I said, but before we see this house, I do have to have this signed like legally.
Yeah.
And she was very receptive. She signed it. Like, so we're seeing it house tomorrow morning.
I think that whole thing is going to be weird when you start having the conversations with people that just don't understand.
They don't understand it. Yes.
They're going to be mad. They're going to think you're lying. They're not going to trust you, no matter how honest and approachable you may be on the subject. They're not going to trust you. and they're going to end up going to another agent.
Yeah. Who's not going to care.
Who's going to tell them, well, no, they're going to go to the agent and say, he's going to say the same thing. You guys sign. It's like, well, then the client's going to say, well, shoot. All right, I guess we do have to sign it. And then they sign with that second agent.
Or that agent's not going to care if they're going to go show them the house.
I think those agents are going to
potentially get fined.
I think those agents are going to fizzle out really quickly.
Yeah.
Because
You can take that $2,000 fine. I'm not having it.
Yeah, I had my first conversation about it yesterday. Thankfully, I had already had a rapport with him. We already talked on the phone several times. He was a referral from a lender, so he already had enough to be dangerous about what was going on. He knew that there was some stuff going on, and honestly, I just was candid with him. I was like, I'm not a huge fan of how this is playing out in the world right now. I think it's going to change at some point, but these are the rules, and this is my career. Like, I'm not going to jeopardize
us as well.
It does.
So,
it does.
I've spent I've wasted a lot of time with online leads that I would show them a house, and then they'd go to another agent, and then they'd write an offer on that house, and part of that's my fault. But this protects us as well. And I told her, I said, if you decide tomorrow that you meet me and you don't like me, cool. Like, this is just for this house. Like, it's not the right fit. But I'm hoping that you choose to work with me and move forward, because I would love to help you. So
exactly. So to piggyback on what you said earlier, you had a listing appointment yesterday. What does a RyanCecil listing appointment look like? What do we do when we first walk through the door?
Ask for a tour.
Yeah.
So ask for a tour. I ask for things what they love about the home, how long they live there. I've kind of already prepped them for what I'm going to ask when I get there. This one yesterday I actually didn't, because it was like a call I got yesterday morning, and then I was like, well, I could be there at 4 tomorrow. So, but I printed out everything. I printed out a CMA. These clients, they've lived in this house 44 years. It's never been on the market. They've done a ton of, so when I was trying to comp this property, I couldn't really find a lot because it's never been listed. The square footage isn't accurate. So I basically just did the best that I could. And then when I asked her, I said, well, do you have a price in mind? And when she told me her price, it was exactly what the CMA said. It's like the data lined up exactly with what she wanted. She knew everything about what was going on with commission. She's like, yes, I understand what's going on. She was like, we are going to offer a co-broker compensation because I want somebody to bring a buyer to my house. Yes. Yeah. So she was very knowledgeable and just ready to retire and move to the lake. And we're going to have our house live next week.
Nice. So what any specific, let me rephrase it, any specific services or anything that you offer that maybe the typical agent doesn't offer, or anything that like our brokerage doesn't offer in addition to? Like, I've got a couple that I do, but and I'll give them to you if you need them so that you can think it through. But like a lot of times I'll do a cleaning before we list it, and I'll cover the cost. Yeah. That's included in my marketing fee. Sometimes if it's got like a really light colored siding that's got some stuff on it, just from life. Yeah. I've got a buddy that owns a pressure washing company. I'll have him come out and do maybe a soft wash on the vinyl so that we don't crack it right before we list it. But something like that. And again, I'll eat the bill on that, but it's just continuing to bring value to the table. Yeah. You don't need to do all that stuff every time, because this may be the most, I just listed a house in LaGrange. The house was immaculate.
You didn't need to do anything.
It was perfect. Yeah. Like, it would have been a massive waste of money to pressure wash anything, to clean it. Yeah. Like, they were perfect. They lived in this beautiful, beautiful home. So we just focused that money on some more marketing, sold it in 72 hours because of it.
No, that's great. And honestly, I love those ideas because I haven't thought about, I feel like maybe I've been a little bit lucky in my listings lately. They've been in really great shape. I love the idea of cleaning. I've got a great cleaner that would probably love to take something like that on. I think one of my strengths is my social media following. Yeah. So, when I start pumping out like the listing information on my social media channels, my TikTok, I feel like I have the ability to bring in potentially new, maybe more buyers, but also
you bring in way more eyeballs than I would. If I was to post it on my social media, I've got a good amount of followers, but you're blowing me out of the water. So you get way more exposure through that is a massive asset for you.
Well, and I have this really unique property, and I know we talked about this the other day in Crestwood, that it's going to take a unique buyer. So I saw a agent on TikTok who hosted a real estate social content creation, like Power Hour. And I was like, that's an amazing idea for real estate agents in our area to come walk through this house, do some social media content creation. And then I have a lender that's going to sponsor this with me, and our Limestone Title.
Of course.
We're going to have some snacks and everything, but it gives more agents a chance to come in, see the property, put it out on their social medias, because maybe they have a different reach than I do. So somebody might see and be like, oh, and then reach out to them and want to come see it. Yeah. So that's kind of something that's unique that I don't think anyone at our brokerage has done yet.
Not at all.
So whenever
I've got a listing that probably will go live with Michelle. Just had a conversation with a client yesterday. Michelle Curlin and I are probably going to list a property down on the river. And the first thing that popped in my head was doing that exact same thing.
If it's cool, if it's unique, if your clients are cool with it.
Super cool.
It's such a great idea, because I'm always looking for a unique property to go film in. And, I'll reach out to an agent and I'm like, hey, can I come do a video tour through the property? Sometimes it's a yes, sometimes it's a no. But like, if it's a unique property, definitely consider something like this, because it might work better than an open house.
Yeah.
So.
And shout out John Natalie. That's who it came from, right? John Natalie, the guy on Facebook, on TikTok.
Yes.
John Natalie.
I'm pretty sure it's him.
I think he's up in the New England area. I don't interstate, John, if you're watching this. I'm going to tag you in this video, though.
Same.
Because I do like
I'm pretty sure it's him. Oh, my gosh. If it's a different one, I'm going to be super mad.
If it's someone else, they stole it from him. Because I saw it from him, and I saw it from him a couple weeks ago.
I would say it was a couple weeks ago when I saw it, too. And I was like, that's genius. And I sent it to Andrea, and I'm like, look at this. This is a great idea.
Yes. John, I like your content,
Shout
man. Come on the podcast. Shameless plug. All right. Ryan, we just had the listing appointment. All right.
Yes, we did.
We got the listing.
We did.
It's going live.
Yes.
What do we do now? Do we just wait? What do you do now?
No.
What does RyanCecil do now?
Live. Now we have to schedule photos. We have to schedule the.
No. It's photos are done. We're on the MLS. We are live. We hit publish.
Oh,
we're done.
Pushing that shit out to social media. I'm telling all my friends in Valley Station or whatever end of town it's in. I'm creating, if we're doing an open house, I'm creating an event for the open house. I'm inviting everybody and their mama to that. I'm sharing it to the I Am Dixie Highway. Shout out Steve Winter's site. It has over 90,000 people in there's probably more people in Valley Station community, but that group right there is huge in our area, like that Facebook group. So, I mean, I'm sharing it. I'm doing anything and everything I can to get it out to the masses and get it sold.
Yep. What are you, anything specific? Are you calling certain buyers? Are you calling agents that you
I'm not
a rapport with?
We set up, we do the reverse prospecting through Flex and through Sierra. So we're reaching out to anybody that has a search set up in those parameters.
Yeah. I like to call the agent on those reverse prospecting instead of just have the email. Like, I know we both use the same admin, Claire.
Yes.
She sends out the email.
Shout out to Claire. She's the best.
Love you, Claire. You're amazing. I also will go back in through the reverse prospecting maybe like a day later and call them.
Yeah.
Hey, want to make sure you got the email. I don't know who your client is. Hopefully they're still looking.
Yeah.
But we'd love to get you guys out there. If we've got an open house this weekend, if the schedules are weird, here's any weird restrictions we may have on it.
Yeah. Shoot them a text. Be like, hey, this is, and a lot of my staff, depending on where my listing is, like I'll reach out to agents that I know are in that area too and be like, and you've done it to me, like, hey, you got any South End buyers? I've got this coming up. Yep. So it's kind of like the same thing. Yeah.
I live in Mount Washington. I have a lot of really good friends out there now that are realtors and they get the call.
Yeah.
There are certain agents out there that, I know if I'm going to do a deal with them, it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully they have a buyer for us and then make the transition quick and easy. All right. What is your brand?
Relatable, real, kind of, I say, my TikTok bio says internet idiot.
Yeah.
So like, really, I just want to be relatable. I want people to feel like they know me based on how I present myself online. I'm just kind of, I'm not stiff. I'm not uptight. I'm just kind of a goofball and, I'll go above and beyond and do anything I can to help them buy or sell a house, invest, whatever they want to do.
Yep. Anything you want to plug before we wrap this up? We're hitting that mark.
Oh gosh, already?
I know.
It goes by so fast.
I know.
No, shout out to Homepage. I love our brokerage and everything that they do for us. All the people that work with me in all these transactions, I couldn't do without them. And Claire, my admin, she's amazing. Yes. So
I had talked to her yesterday for a couple minutes about just an update on where everything is.
I know.
A lot of stuff in.
I feel like we keep her busy.
Yeah.
I told her, I'm like, I'm going to have to stop giving out your name because I think the agency you're working with, we're all so busy right now. I don't want her to be overwhelmed.
Yes. All right. So, gift time.
I
Here we go.
Set.
About a month ago, you made a video on TikTok. All right. And you asked, it's 3:50 something. Where's Mark Weinberg? Why is there a storm, and why is Mark Weinberg not telling me about that storm?
And Mark responded.
Yes. So
I love Mark. Shout out to Mark.
My neighbor and good friend, Dalton Gonby, is a reporter at WDRB. So we have a gift for you.
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh.
He was resting his voice.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I just sent him a message on Twitter or X the other day. I'm cracking up. I'm going to frame that and put it in my office, Mark. Oh my gosh.
So, we have our gift.
Oh my God, that's
a
so
side headshot
funny.
of Mark Weinberg. And
oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I love it. The snow fox.
A snow fox.
Oh my gosh. This is awesome. I love Mark.
So
oh my gosh, my
hopefully
husband
that
is
made
gonna
up
die.
for the fact that we did not get you one on the first episode.
Oh my gosh, this is so funny. See, that's what happens when you're an idiot on the internet. You know, you just make all kinds of friends.
Things happen. So thank you, Mark. I appreciate you.
This is awesome.
Thank you, Dalton. Appreciate you.
I love that.
We'll talk probably tomorrow. So, all right. Other than that, Ryan.
Yo.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thanks. Bye.